Now, big week coming up. Teams out of it, and we promised that a bandwagon would be jumped on. So you've jumped on them. I keep getting this wrong. You're on Port, yeah?
I was on Port, and then you gave me the one opportunity I had left to go, do you really want to?
That's right.
And I got, I'm off them. Sorry.
So we've both jumped off them. Have they get back to you at all after you said you're off them or not?
Yeah, I did get a text.
Well, they say.
So we're not angry, just disappointed, you know, which is fair.
Expected, though, from what's happening
Totally
over there.
get that.
Bad vibes of Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah, real bad vibes. So you and I are going to reveal who we're going for in a shirt that we've had made up.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what happened.
That's exactly what's happening.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
This is our bandwagon team. Welcome to Hogwarts. How's the shirt? How's this? We've got the Wears, we've got Chol, we got Guinea, we got Cement Head Newcomb. Why is your face on there?
What?
Is that your face?
Yeah, it's Hermione. Yeah, I thought I'd just add myself in.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm on board the Hok. Mate, if there's a T-shirt to be made that's Footy and Harry Potter, I'm not getting involved.
So you've designed this T-shirt with all the boys on there, welcome to Hogwarts, and snuck yourself in there, which I've just seen now.
Yeah, it was Sam Mitchell originally, and then I thought it probably makes more sense if I'm involved.
You don't need to insert yourself in though. Like, this is not you. This is the bandwagon we're on. Now you're on the shirt.
Yeah, but now I'm really on. Like, I'm so on, it's ridiculous.
Well, these aren't going for sale then. We're not selling these. These are just limited edition.
Fly us the shelf.
Nah, these are just for us. These are for
Literally.
us. Up the Hok, we're on them hard. Welcome to Hogwarts.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids, and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Oh, no. Oh, tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got over the line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? He dips him. Welcome, everyone. Week 2 finals. Before we do anything here, September 11. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Ollie Gill. Happy birthday. Mate, your day, mate. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Hot as shit.
Yeah, it is a bit hot. Yeah, a little bit, just had a little moment this morning where I went, 30,
Yeah. Do you feel a bit sore getting out of bed?
Mate, that's not.
Yeah.
I mean, my Quidditch-related injuries. This is not news to me.
Did the knee hurt getting up this morning?
It always hurts. It takes a little while to defrost.
Yeah.
But no, I feel good. It's been a great week so far. And I'm going to London tonight for dinner.
Wow. With Guinea.
Out of respect for Guinea.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get a palmy and a lemon lime bitters.
You're not going to have any beers? Little tribute.
Well, no, I'll have one lemon lime bitters and
That's
then I'll
fair.
have plenty of beers.
Love that. Present-wise, what have we got so far? Anything presents?
Heaps of socks. We're loving that.
Yeah, you got a package here with like 4,000 socks in it.
Which is weird because I don't wear them.
Yeah, true. Or deodorant. I actually do now. I think stuff.
Thanks to Kitwall as well.
Yeah.
We've got a little couple of EPL Guernseys if you don't mind.
Love that.
So you're on board the Magpies, are you?
I got that sent to me. I like it. I love that. I didn't realise that the Newcastle United were a bird.
Yeah, Magpies.
Still, thank you so much to, what are they called again?
The Kitwall.
Kitwall. Thanks, Kitwall, sending through. Yours is cool, though.
Yeah, mine is pretty cool.
Yours is very cool. We should swap.
Well, I mean, first get a tattoo for them and then you can talk.
You've got another tattoo as well. Sorry, before we do anything this week. Why? How many tattoos you got now?
I've got 5.
This is a sick obsession which I've
Got
created.
5.
Wow. Do you want to run us through your latest one, or are we not allowed to do that yet?
Not allowed to do that yet because
Okay.
it's for something, but
Yeah.
it's
Embargoed.
it's embargoed. This is an embargoed ink piece.
Yeah.
But it is Tasmanian related.
Wow.
I
2
will
heads.
say that.
You got 3 heads on your body. 4 heads, actually. 2 on your shoulders and 2 on your tattoo.
But yeah, I'm up to 5.
Love that.
Saw
Wow.
Jace.
Oh, you're back to Fat Doodles.
Yeah, we're back to Fat.
How is
Doodles,
Fatty?
mate. Hey, great.
Good.
Really
yeah,
good.
right. I need to go in there soon. I'm gonna get a guy looking in a mirror, side profile, and in the mirror is like a Great Dane looking back at him. Just to remind you to always have that dog in you.
Are you going to finally get one off your leg?
Off my leg.
Like not on your leg and somewhere
No,
else?
I've got a thigh sleeve. Which I'm creating, mate. I'm going all strictly thighs. That's my new thing. I'm not allowed to get any tattoos anywhere else. Anna said, no, nothing on the arms.
Why not?
because arms are the money makers, mate.
Yeah,
Nothing on the arms. I want to go back. I want to go like a full Conor McGregor down the spine tattoo.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and obviously Gorringe across the back, which I wasn't allowed to get when I was 18 or
Yeah.
19 or bitched out of. But I think we should just keep it on the thighs, keep it on the family.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because the legs are my money maker, so that's how that works. You know, I've got dancer's legs.
True, you do. You also have Quidditch knee as well. So there's that. Hey, big week 2 of finals coming out. Your big program we have for you today. There's a bunch of shit happening around the league. Just a war zone out there. We have the teams that are be playing this week, either going to Bali or going through to the next week. There's a bunch of players who are getting bad vibes from the situation they're currently in and wanting out of their clubs. In Bailey Smith, Jack McRae, a few others are floating around, little Chinese whispers everywhere in the league about this guy's going there, this team's making this pitch, this team's getting rid of players to make space, they're going to trade picks. A lot of stuff happening. In about 45 minutes, we'll have Cench join us live on the set to run us through some week 2 stuff. The stat man, the great man, a little bit of a saga on the weekend with his football club. Said, hey, we like playing local football. Our reserves here in finals. Let's bring a few senior boys down.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Crack down on that big time. So we'll ask him about that. But let's do a bit of housekeeping right now. Grand final party is in, going to assume 12 days or so. Not good at maths. Not a strong point.
I think a little bit longer. 3 weeks.
It's on grand final day.
Yeah.
If you've got tickets, you'll get a reminder soon. We're trying to find more space. We don't have any more space.
Nah.
We've asked the Prince to open up the decks even more. They said they've got no more deck space to open up. So we are at capacity. There'll be no more tickets on sale. If you got some, I went through the order sheet yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of sneaky people getting 6 tickets. 6 tickets. That's why they went so quickly.
Sure,
A couple
okay.
of greedy gusts forgot to put a max capacity on ticket sales,
Yeah.
which is probably our fault. But this thing's going to be unreal. I spoke to the planners yesterday, Ava, and
Yep.
the crew. Amy and the crew. Oh, yeah.
Is there
Okay.
anything you can give away?
Yeah.
Or is it all embargoed, much like my
No,
tap?
not embargo. Just a real carnival style setup is what we're going for
Fun.
here. No cold eggs and bacon and fucking some old fossil up there talking about the 1940 grand final. Piss off. We're not doing that. We're not sitting around round tables in some kind of conference room, falling asleep when my beer goes cold. We're just going to get in there and rip the lid off from the start. DJs, we're talking activations, prizes to be won, VIP rooms. It's all happening on grand final day. I cannot wait.
It's the real birthday for me.
It's your day to come alive.
Yeah.
You actually have to work a little bit on that day. I just forgot to tell you that.
What do we have to do? Or
We
is
have to
that-
speak to the people a little bit and say, hey, like, thanks for coming.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, and all that. Oh,
Speak.
also, you know what we do have for you, which I can probably reveal? We have like a little a gift table for you if anyone wants to bring a gift.
So that's locked in, is it?
That's locked in. So you can bring a gift for Ollie if you want to. And if you do keep on sending him stuff and send the show stuff, PO Box 21, South Melbourne.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I should have the address here if you want.
If you don't, fuck it. Let him send it there. Someone will get it. Is it on there?
Yeah, PO Box 21 South Melbourne, Vic 3205.
That's where you send us some stuff, and we'll obviously get through that and open it out as we go on the show and down the line. But hey, let's get into some stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening around the league. I actually want to go to the other code and talk about this story, which is just my ears pricked up.
Okay.
Because of how amazing it is. Josh Adokar, Bulldog star, has stood himself down from the club leading into finals. So this story is absolutely off its head. Gets pulled over on Friday. We think he had a training session in the morning of that Friday morning. Gets pulled over on the Arvo. Does a drug test, the swabs in the mouth, tells the club on Saturday morning they was pulled over, but the test was negative, and they let him drive home from the RBT or whatever pulled him over. The club thinks, hey, that's all good. Thanks for being honest with us, Josh. Then they get a call on Monday to tell us, hey, Josh Adokar actually tested positive on his roadside. What actually happened now is that the police have sent the testings of those swabs to a lab to get investigated. Josh Adokar is sweating bullets on the results of those, but crazy enough that he was tested positive and the cops let him drive home, which is wild. So we're thinking either it's a false positive
Or a Bulldogs fan. For a police officer.
or a police officer just loves the Dogs and wants the Dogs to win a final this week. But he's now stood himself down. So Phil Gould of the Dogs got in front of the media yesterday and said, this is a quote here, I'm convinced that when Josh left the scene on the roadside test on Friday night, that he was convinced that that would be the end of it. And that's probably the way he presented it to us. Well, definitely did present it to you like that. It's probably been said that Josh has in some ways lied to us or misled us. I guess there are degrees of truth. Not really. And Josh in his own way felt that this matter would be raised again when he left the scene on Friday night. That would be the end of the matter, and that was the way he left the police on that occasion. Jeez, gotten balls of steel, just tested positive, rolling into the club the next day saying, no, it's all good. I just got pulled over, but I think we're all sweet.
I think it's
all
fine.
good. Them saying, okay, we believe you. Or getting a call saying, hey, Josh Adokar, actually, this isn't all good. Now stood himself down in a final they have this week, a big final for the club, and cannot play and will not play.
Would you have stood yourself down?
I would have said what that politician's doing. Deep fake.
Fake news.
You see that the politician in Adelaide doing that stuff?
No.
There's this scandal going around of him doing some drugs on a plate, and it's obviously very much him. And someone's filmed it and sent it to the 7 News, and 7 News have come and asked him, knocked on his door, knocking, hey, we got this vision of you. Have you ever done this before? He goes, oh, I think it's deep fake. That's AI. I don't know if it is. I think that's definitely you, politician guy.
Oh, 2024, the year of the ultimate AI excuse. Where you
AI.
go, no, that's not me at all.
True. Also out of our league, over actually in America, Tyreek Hill, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Arrested before his week 1 matchup against the Jags on the way to the ground, gets pulled over for speeding. The cops pull him out of the car, throw him to the ground, handcuff him literally outside the stadium as he's about to pull in 2-3 hours before the game.
Yeah. All the fans walking past.
All the fans are walking past, all the traffic's built up. There's players literally driving past him onto the game as well. They also pull over to see like, hey, don't just why are you arresting him? Don't do that. Then those players got in a confrontation with the cops. They're getting arrested as well now. So an hours before the game, you've got players, Tyreek Hill and other ones, all cuffed up, detained by the police. He gets released for the time of the game, gets to the game, gets to the stadium, literally pulls his cleats on, goes out there, has himself a game, has 130 yards and a touchdown, then hits the crowd with a handcuff. Selly, they win the game 2017. This is wild. Now the vision has come out of the body cam of the cops, and it's pretty confronting. It is. Have you seen it?
It's awful. Yeah, I saw both. Yes, so sorry. I saw yesterday it would have been someone in a phone filming. In a car filming on their phone. Then I saw the body cam, and it's very disappointing.
It's a full-on see. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. It's just a lot happening for a guy who got pulled over for speeding, I think it was.
Yeah.
To then be thrown on the ground,
Well, not
handcuffed.
a seat. Maybe it wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Something like
I
that.
think.
I'm not sure, but he'll be making, I think, the vibe is a lot more money than his playing contract this year because of that. I think there's going to be some cash rolling his way, the way that was handled.
It's just heartbreaking. And we've said this before, like, there's just been no change to some things in the world. Like, it's like how boring now. It's like every time we go, like, how many times do we have to say it? And want things to change. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy the way it's handled. So let's hope that for Tyreek and his family, they all can move past this and move on to next week of football. Obviously, he did that pretty quickly, going out there and having 130 in a TD. That's good.
He was always going to absolutely
I mean, they fucked up. Like, you shouldn't have done that. Why poke the bear?
Yeah.
Why poke him? So there's that. And then also, for everyone else who's playing fantasy at the moment, trying to keep up my team, not a great day as a manager yesterday. Rough day as a manager. So we had pretty much all of San Fran's offense, which was never a good start. That was more of a vibe pick.
Is this your first fantasy year?
Yeah. No, I've done it for like 3 years. So this is my first fantasy, obviously week 1 this week.
Yeah.
Got the squad out there. San Fran needed 20 odd to win in the first week. News breaks before the kickoff that CMC's out. You bastard CMC. You've got a hamstring injury. I don't care. You're part of our team. You know our culture.
Yeah.
You have a contract. You might pick one in my fantasy. You have a responsibility. You get out there and you play some damn football.
Yeah.
So now you could be out for a long time as well. Pick one in multiple drafts around the world. And they hit it from everyone.
Yeah.
49ers hit it from everyone. He hit it from everyone. They said, okay, maybe it's just a calf issue. Then the day before or yesterday before the game, they say, no, it's a calf and Achilles. And we say, hold on, Achilles?
Bit different, right?
Whoa. I'm not going to ignore that you just said Achilles. You've been saying calf for the last 2 weeks. We've been saying, okay, it's a slight calf strain. Maybe he's been training, been cutting. Now you've got an Achilles in there?
Achilles.
Yeah. He's just had a slight calf and Achilles.
Yeah.
What? The second bit you said?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got a cold. He's got a little bit of calf awareness.
So now they're thinking that this thing is worse than first anticipated, which means pick one down the drain.
You're done.
I've had Achilles injuries. Not good. 3 of them.
Yeah, we saw 2 Achilles last season. Older gents, admittedly, with Rodgers and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
But, they've only just made their comeback, so his season will be done if that's the case. So you lost week 1?
Lost week 1 by 4 points.
Jeez, I was on fire.
Who'd you have?
How many points did you get?
98. With T. Higgins, who also was laid out, and CMC out.
Yeah, nice. I got 134.
That's
Cheating by picking a good team.
Who'd you have? Give us your team quickly.
Anthony Richardson at quarterback, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Rushy Rice, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Njoku, Tua, Brown's defense, Justin Tucker, kicker.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's a really
great team.
rock solid team.
So you obviously won.
Yeah.
That's huge. Good to see Aaron Rodgers back out of Achilles. How crazy. Before the game, he was having an interview saying, oh, yeah, I haven't even been tackled yet. So all through camp, hadn't been tackled. Got tackled for the first time in 18 months or 12 months yesterday during the game.
What do you think? You know more about rehabilitation in the body world. Like, I feel like you could have taken maybe a few hits.
You want to take one tackle at least before you go into game day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they spent a lot of money on that O-line to protect him.
Oh, yeah.
As well. So I think they've just banked on the fact that this O-line's really, really good. But he did get sacked a couple of times. Once yesterday?
Yep. Nah, at least twice.
Twice.
I remember twice.
He'll be right. Good to see him back. Get the rust out. He'll be back. Back into football. Everyone who just zoned out then because you hate NFL, but we love it here. We love everything because we're broad.
That's, yeah.
The program of the broad.
Nathan.
And home of the brave. Giants general manager Jason McCartney is 20K poorer after the AFL hits him with a fine for starting to start some shit with Tom Pepley on the weekend and the Sydney boys. Remember 3 years earlier, he was fined 20K for going down to the rooms at halftime of a game into the umpire's room. Do you remember this story?
I do.
And so he sprayed the shit out of the umpires. AFL said, hey, you can't be barging into the umpire's room, spraying them at halftime of a game. Got a 20K fine, then gets another 20K fine now. I think Jason McCartney has that white line fever in him.
Just a little bit. 40K all up, that's a substantial amount of dosh that he's lost for doing something he just could have been so easily avoided.
Well, he obviously doesn't learn. You want to punish him, you take away his gym membership.
Yeah.
Because that guy is big as shit. Him and Kingsley. That's how you punish the Giants.
Never time fitness for you. And
Literally.
Then
Take it away from him. So I still have no idea why he was on the field, what he was trying to do. He came out and said to the AFL that he justified it by saying he was trying to protect the younger players of the Giants. Hey, Jason, grown men.
Yeah.
I think they're grown men. They've been playing for each other, against each other for half now. I think they figured it out. But it's just the vision. Everyone's saying Papley walked into him. If you look at his vision, the teeth, he crushed the teeth up. He was ready to go.
It's real, just the drunk dad.
Yeah, getting down there.
Right.
Why was he down the field?
Ridiculous.
How did he got down there so quickly as well? In the middle of it, trying to break it up. Like, just wild to me. The AFL made a statement here, obviously, with the fine, saying there is no lines to be crossed here between officials and players.
100%, because he'd be on good money, especially being in Sydney, right? Things would be bumped up a little bit for
How much is he
living
on, you
purposes. But he's probably over 100.
I'm saying 150 is on.
150. If you've got a mortgage at 20K is not to be sniffed at.
I think the club play it. The club 100% will.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. It's all that time. I saw that story up at the Suns.
Yeah, true.
With the Q clash where they came in, Ashcroft and said, boys, just throw them this week. We'll cover them. So boys are going out there, even Neefel and then the senior boys just throwing punches before the ball was bounced because it was all covered by the club. Oh, like an all-you-can-eat buffet. All right, then, watch this. I'll get my money's worth. Ryan Lester came past, got an absolute elbow to the bicep. He went down like a sack of shit. That was on the house, that one.
That was your go-to.
Yeah, that was.
move?
That's my go-to move. Obviously, I wasn't a very good player, but I had a few go-to moves.
Yeah, dead arm.
Elbow to the bicep.
Ooh.
Oh, nothing worse.
So that's just dead arm.
Yeah, little Sydney small forward taught me that one back in the day. Not Buchanan, the other one. McGlynn.
Okay.
McGlynn played for Sydney. Anyone? Yep. Yeah, taught me that one. You know how you run past kind of to the bench at the same time,
Yeah.
and you normally coach just to cross each other and be like ships of the night. He threw one at my bicep as I was going to the bench, and fuck me, I felt it for 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I learned that off him. That was a good one.
Okay.
And
Jot that
squirrel
one
grip.
down.
And the squirrel grip until they started getting cameras. A lot of cameras on the field. Dinosaur Media lost their shit again during the week. Had a conniption because Jack Ginnivan left a few words on Grundy's post. This is so funny. This is just like, it's just, I think like, hopefully everyone's getting to a point now where we're like, hey guys, angry over words. We love this. As a neutral supporter now, I know I'm on the bandwagon clearly with the welcome to Hogwarts show, but as a neutral fan of teams who I don't support but have an interest now watching the finals, I love this spice. Adds another layer to it, adds another storyline. That Giddy's just throwing comments out there, see you in 14 days, doesn't give a shit about going to Adelaide at all.
That's the best bit.
Bypassed him.
If he commented on Connor Rosie's post and said, we'll see you Friday, it's like, oh yeah, well, I mean,
He will.
He will.
Yeah.
But going straight to next weekend is great.
Like, do they think that Guinea gives a shit about this stuff?
Yeah.
He just went to the pub last week. And who knows if he had a beer? If he had a beer, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care at all about this media involved in his storylines. He actually probably gets him up and about.
He'd be sitting there pissing himself.
Yeah, loving it.
Like,
getting it, and he's obviously using it to his advantage. He knows this gets him to up and about,
Yeah.
this stuff. He loves it. Uses it as fuel. They said that the dinosaurs out there said it was going to give Port motivation. If this is the thing that gives Port motivation now, after years of choking, Ken and the energy coming out of Port Adelaide, potentially of him losing his job and being out of there and you guys getting a new start, then you got bigger problems.
Yeah.
Then, you know, if it takes a couple of words from Jack Ginnivan to fire you up for a final, then there's some more alarm bells I want to address there. It's just like, this is the media, just the way they beat it up. It was just like, why are you so angry? We love that players have personality. I love it. Need more of it. We scream people have personality. They scream for the players to go and talk to them. And then when the players do have a voice and find their voice and have a bit of personality, it's like, oh, no, we don't like that at all. If you're angry dinosaurs, go outside and yell at some clouds.
Yeah.
You know? There's a bunch of clouds up there that might piss you off.
Yeah, eat some plants.
Yeah, do
You know?
something. Just crazy. So I hope he keeps being him, and he will. He doesn't care. I just love that he's completely bypassed Adelaide.
He's also just coming across. What I really enjoy about watching is it just, you know, now that I'm 30, you know, I look back and I go, that's a kid. And that is so funny.
It's so
like, This is
good.
just a young lad going,
Nah. And good that Sam Mitchell and the boys keep it. They obviously are okay with it.
yeah.
Do you reckon there's a word said?
I reckon there would have been a word said on that one. Surely on that one.
You behind closed doors a word.
I think the media have gone, this is like Paul Roos. Like,
What'd he say?
oh, he was looked like he was about to cry. He was that devastated.
Oh, really?
It was like, mate, chill.
Relax, Paul.
It's hilarious.
Oh, just words, Paul. Relax.
But if you're Sam Mitchell, you go, hey, just go, hey, let's just
Yeah.
comment that on Port Adelaide stuff,
Yeah.
and then we'll focus our attention.
Yeah. I saw Robbo go nuts on 360.
What did he have to say?
Oh, I just couldn't even understand most of it, but he
Yeah.
wasn't happy with it. Yeah. That kind of thing for a little bit. I was like, just relax, Robbo. Just work it out, mate. It's fine. This is the new age. Get the times. It's not 1912, you know?
No.
Like, you know, back in the day, we used to have respect for the opponents. You know, we would go to work, we'd go to the field and we'd get it on with each other. But when we walk off the field, you'd earn the respect of them.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't say anything about them.
Yeah.
2024, we don't give a shit anymore.
And that was the case at Victoria Park and a lot of these places. They were incredibly respectful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see what you did there. People won't get that. But I loved it from him. Hope he keeps doing it. This is big out of the Bulldogs. Bailey Smith officially out. You crossed off one team that he's definitely not going to. We haven't done this in a couple of weeks. You want to cross off a couple more?
Yeah, I'd love to,
Okay,
mate.
go.
I can confirm he's absolutely not going to the Adelaide Crows. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'll drop another one out there.
Yeah.
He is absolutely, I'll do a different state. The Giants is off the table.
Yeah, great. Okay. Narrows it down.
So West Coast, Crows, Giants.
All off the table. He's
All
not
off the
going
table.
there. Absolutely big. Told the club officially on Monday afternoon. There was some hope that maybe from the dog situation that he'd stay, given that they have invested in his rehab. I think they sent him away on a trip. They put some good physios and the best facilities around him to rehab his knee, but decided that he wanted a fresh start. Nominated at a club, or no, he hasn't nominated a club yet. He will soon. The early whispers are that he's narrowed it down to two clubs, the Hawks and the Cats. Hey, guys, if he goes to the Hawks, stop giving the Hawks pieces, everyone. Why are we making them better? They're already very good. Stop giving them stuff. We don't want them to win any more flags. They won 3 very recently. Okay, stop giving players to them stop this. Okay, but I think that the front runner would be the Cats.
Okay.
Definitely is what the early whistles are. The AFL also now is going to watch this very closely. If he does pick Geelong, because Cotton On sponsors of the Cats, Bailey Smith also the face of the brand. Meow.
Here we go. Get your tin hat on.
This is-
Just tell me all the reasons.
This will make, well, I think what's going to happen here, they want to make sure that Cotton On aren't paying a third of his contract to the club.
Yeah.
Because do you remember the Chris Judd situation?
I remember that very clearly.
Vizzy just started paying some money because, Juddy became an ambassador and Juddy just loved cardboard boxes.
He loves, and I get it.
He loved the promotion of cardboard boxes, loved aluminium cans. He just was a big can and cardboard guy.
He's just out here just trying to get around some cardboard and tins.
You don't punish someone for loving cardboard. That's his thing. So I think what we're going to see here is his Cotton contract. If he does pick the Cats, regardless of, contract-wise, it'll be a wink-wink. Hey, remember with that chat, it's how funny that we gave him lots of money as a Cotton On ambassador. I think you get a lot of money through Cotton On if he goes there.
Cotton track.
Sorry?
Cotton track.
The play on word is
Cotton on and contract.
True.
Yeah.
He's going to get paid big bucks regardless.
Oh, moving
23
on.
years old, who's going to explode next year. We just kind of forget, as you do when they do an SL, you forget that players exist.
Yeah.
Like this guy, it can explode with the best of them. 23 years old as well.
I don't have him on me, but some of his stats, not last year before in particular, were exceptional.
He's a stud.
He will change any team.
There he's there, stud. He's a stud. He's a beautiful man. He has had a year out of the game to get his body and his mind right. Loves his football. Going to be an absolute weapon for whatever club he chooses to line up for next year. Not the news you want to hear as a dog supporter. No. Also put up a few stories. I don't know if you spoke to him about that.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, we gotta make sure Bailey stays off social media for a little bit. We love him. He was an intern here. We love him, but we just got to make sure that hey, let's just go underground for a little bit. My friend.
I mean, we'll definitely keep him on coffees, not social media interning here.
Yeah, no,
that was interesting. But yeah, I'm looking at him now. By the way, he's on a cardboard cutout with Ponga there, and so I've just actually cut my face out. And when I've had enough of looking at Ponga,
you put yourself
I'm just
up there.
going to put myself over the top.
That makes sense.
That makes me feel better about life.
that makes sense. I mean, we could get a real photo with him at the grand final party.
That's true.
Like that.
He'll be there.
He will be there. So we'll pick his brain. So what's happening, brother?
Yeah.
It actually is sad though for the Dogs and for Bailey from the fallout like this.
Of course.
Like at the start, he played in a grand final for him. He was up and about, just rocketed to fame.
Yeah.
And probably maybe we haven't seen that kind of rise that quickly in the AFL since when there's a good footballer who obviously is marketable because of, I mean, the elephant in the room is that he looks great. So he's a brand's fucking dream.
Yeah.
And he's very good at football. So when's the last time we saw a footballer really just rise from 0 to 100 like that in the space of 2 years? That's a lot for a kid who's 21 at the time.
That's very true. I do feel like that there are a lot of young players in the league this year, though, that we're well on the way for that happening. Like, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Even at Hawthorn or you'd have to imagine Nick Dacos would be considered within that world.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
A little bit more straighty 180 than Bailey, though. So I see
think
your
so.
point. He's not as much of a rock star.
I know what it's like when Concave came to me up in the Suns and said, we want you to be the face of the brand.
What's Concave, for those who don't know?
This football boot that at first when they came into the league, I think are they a English-based football?
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, you would have. Concave. They came to Australia. They are. Can't say yes. So when they came to Australia, they tried to break into the market. I think they're still around. I think Stringer's sponsored by them. But Concave had these boots, and their first edition of the boot was a white boot with literally a fucking block on the boot.
Yeah.
Like that. No shit like that on the boot so that you could hit the ball sweeter and the ball would go further. So you had like a doorstop on the front where your laces are. And that idea was that if you hit it there, the ball will go further. Hey, I tell you what, I was shanking him at the best of times when this ball was coming off the edge of that doorstop at training and I'm getting sprayed by rockets saying it's the boots. Mate, there's a fucking doorstep on my fucking boot.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So it literally is, it's concaved on itself.
Yeah, legit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just saying that, when they came to the league and said, we want you to be the face of the brand, I said, guys, I think you got the wrong guy here. This is, I think you've just shot at a different direction here. This is not it. So there's that. Also, let's get him on if we can, Bailey.
Yeah,
we want to respect the privacy. We want to be the program where the players come to try and get their side of the story out as well.
That's true.
When he's ready.
Yeah, we just got to be careful because, you, me and him in a room can all get a little bit excited from time to time and we could just let
it'd be a lot.
The beans spill a little bit too much. So, we'll give a bit of time and then he's always welcome on here. Always.
Of course, always. We assume that in all this, the AFL is going to give the Dogs a big compensation for a stud walking out the door.
Yeah, you'd think.
We think it's first rounder at least.
He's got the potential, doesn't he?
Have to be a first rounder.
Yeah, so you'd think.
Have to be a first rounder, you'd think. Also, wanting out the Dogs as well. Now, this news is breaking yesterday, wanting out the Dogs and getting bad vibes from the Dogs too is Jack McRae. Played 19 games this year, 4 as a sub, getting towards the twilight of his career, 30 years old, but still got some value. Squeeze out of a Doggies midfield that is deep. Runs deep, that midfield. Still has 3 years to run in his contract and holds some value. 3-time All-Australian.
Absolutely.
So I think there'll be clubs looking at him for sure. We know that, the Chinese Whispers are St Kilda and North have big interest in him. This is your team, could slide into a St Kilda team.
Yes.
Could give you a midfielder, gets a lot of footy. Seb Ross has left the club.
Yep.
We don't know what Crouch is doing.
Yeah,
Dodgy
true.
knee.
Yep.
So we don't know that situation, but we could see him, getting there with the speed that you already have on the outside, getting that midfield and doing some things for him.
Yeah, you'd take that. Absolutely.
You'd have him?
That. Yeah, of course. I don't think he's war chest worthy.
you're going to have to get something out for him. He'd be on a 3-year deal he signed.
Yeah.
So he'd be on a bit.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
So, and then also North as well. North have some mids, but they're on the hunt for the experience, as they've said the whole time here. So we're looking that he could link up with LDU, Wardlaw, Sheasel in the middle to give them a different look. So maybe.
I reckon that's a better fit.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Cats
When you read
well.
that out, okay, that makes sense to me.
McRae, LDU, Wardlaw, Sheasel.
Yeah.
Him in the inside.
That's now a really decent nucleus,
That's decent.
isn't it?
That's very good. That
team.
means you've always got someone in there who can get the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like that. I like that situation better than instead of St Kilda.
Yeah.
Now that
Decided?
Yeah,
Happy with
I
that?
like it a lot better. I like it better. I mean, if he goes to Geelong as well, fuck me, Geelong just don't rebuild. Go again. They love a 30-year-old out of contract, Geelong. If you are 31,
Eat that up.
30, 31 to 35, look out. You're getting some big bucks from Geelong.
You're
You are
getting
young
them.
in their eyes. But this could be a max exodus coming at the Dogs. Mm-hmm. Everyone's out. Caleb Daniel watch now. I'm saying whispers earlier this year saying that players would walk.
Draper's onto something.
Just saying maybe Drapes was right.
Yeah.
Maybe he was right when he said this stuff in April.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez, all the fellas, mate. We've heard whispers that the fellas are off Bevo. So it looks like it's coming to
And
fruition.
we can
Maybe
say
they
it.
are off him. We can say it. We're not contracted to any football club, are we?
I am.
You definitely are. You shouldn't be saying that. Also, the race for Dan Houston is heating up. His services are wanted everywhere. Came out 2 weeks ago and told us that I'm happy here. I'm contracted. That's a real PR move. We know what you're doing, mate. That is a smart PR move from his camp because now they can go work behind the scenes to try and figure out the situation that he clearly wants out of. It's clear that he does not want to be in Port. He can't even play. He's probably got fingers crossed saying, I hope you get knocked out this week.
Yeah.
You know? He wouldn't say that ever because that would be wild.
And why would he think that? Just because he wouldn't want to miss out on...
Well, you wouldn't want to see your team go to
Yeah.
a grand final without you, knowing that you should be there.
Yeah, no.
But Carlton have now thrown their interest into the ring, saying we might want him as well. And if that is true and they get him, that is a sign that Carlton are loading this thing up for a premiership.
Is he the missing piece? Do you just say hypothetically, if you look at your team when everyone's fit and Houston's in there, is he the guy that takes it to the next level?
I'd say putting Houston in this team would free up some more run from the back line, so he could be the runner of the back line, bring it out for sure. He's got a damaging leg. We still need pace.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like he's quick.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's damaging my foot, gets high up the ground, doesn't give a shit about his opponent. So he could be a great addition. But
Yeah.
I think what you'd want to do as Carlton, if you're Vossi, is you know that a failed year this year, just go out and get a premiership team right now because I still believe it's a 2-year window. I think they're going to look at pick 11 in this draft that they've got and a future to make this thing work.
Wow.
It's a real fuck the draft picks type operation from Carlton is what I feel. But also they want to get the Camberelli boys as well.
And so that's not this year, the next?
I think so. I think it's the next.
Yeah.
Or no, it could be this year. We know Cench? This year. Yeah, Cench knows everything.
Interesting having a chat with our guest who's not on
Sorry,
yet.
Oh, yeah, Cench isn't here yet. No, I think it's this year. It's this year. So they've got some things to weigh up there. But also need some pace. I'd be going after Roses Jr. from the Suns.
Yeah.
That forward line needs some electricity. I think he's the guy to do that for us. Us, like our player there. We're secure to have a war chest.
Yep.
They're in it.
We're
That'd be big.
never not in it.
I can't see him in those colours though. It kind of makes me want to.
I'm thinking of a
Makes me
couple
want-
player in the colours, and I can see it.
I can't see him in those colours at all. Even the candy stripe, the best one, I can't see him in it.
Okay.
And then Richmond, they have almost every pick in the first round, so they could throw their interest in there as well and bring him in. So he's got some decisions to make. I think he'd want to go to a premiership contender. So St Kilda's out of it. there's one eliminated for
that's
sure.
started- yeah,
so
right.
probably Carlton. Some more. I mean, there were some more chat and whispers around Irishman Adelaide defender Mark Keane and him maybe landing at Collingwood puts that to bed with a fresh 3-year contract with the Crom. Started his career at Collingwood. Given a lifeline by Adelaide, Collingwood want him back in his change rooms this year. Spoke to him in his camp, and he says, no, I'm staying put here. Thanks, Adelaide. Now, he's 24. He's going to get better. Sure, he's an Irishman. Sure, sometimes he forgets the rules. The rules are complex already. You know?
I don't understand them.
Neither do I. So imagine coming from Ireland, picking up the game a couple of years ago, then trying to work out the rules. On top of that, the rules are always changing. Full bloke has no idea what's going on.
I totally get it.
At all, but really locked in that full-back spot this year. Adelaide are building something. I'm bullish on Adelaide. I'm going to go early on this. They make finals next year. They've got some stuff. They've got some pieces coming in too.
All right, we've done 2 big calls. I said Saints top 4, and you reckon Adelaide confirmed finals.
I reckon Adelaide play
bigger of a-
finals next year.
Okay.
Yours is bigger than mine. You guys aren't playing. You make top 4?
4th.
You backed out of it so quickly as well when you said it. I think Adelaide are good. Got Thriller extended. Walker stays on to help the young forwards.
That doesn't help them.
Okay, Keane extends.
Yeah, don't mind that.
Lukosius
Well, yeah.
coming in maybe.
Yeah.
That's different. That forward line is potent then. Got Rankin up there as well. SA always bring home talent. Like homegrown talent.
Well, that is the benefit of either SA or WA.
They're always going to
You'll
go back
always,
home.
be able to, because there's so much family awareness.
Yeah. A lot of family awareness going on. Yeah.
So much.
A lot. AFL's Rich List released a few days ago. Now, these next names, these are guys that are in different tax brackets to us, Ollie. I mean, top 10 highest paid. The first 5 names here reported to be on 1 to 1.1. I don't even know if how they get these numbers. I think it's just thrown out there. I think Paul Marsh came out and said, yeah, it's around the mark, but not really. So 10th was Paddy Cripps, 9, Tim Kelly. Whoa. 8, Brodie Grundy. 7th was Marcus Bontempelli. 6th, Kane Oliver. And 5th was Shai Bolton. Mm-hmm. Had big names in there. Tim Kelly's on that cash from leaving the Cats
Yeah,
deal.
don't worry about Tim.
That's a big wicket for Tim.
Yeah.
Good player, but to be in the top 10 is huge. 4th was Christian Petrarca in the 1.2 million ballpark figure. 3rd was Dusty, earning 1.2 plus. 2nd was Ben Mackay, getting paid a shitload of money, 1.3 to 1.4. And the highest paid player in the league, completely back-ended, is Tom Lynch. Whew.
Jeez, that makes you think, doesn't it? Tom Lynch.
Yeah, on the highest paid player in the league. That was always happening. His deal to come from the Suns to the Tigers was always going to be back-ended, given they had to pay everyone up front before him.
But that's a real...
That's a contract that unless he gets his knee right, you want to move off pretty quickly. Given you're rebuilding, it's a lot of money to allocate to Tom Lynch.
So you had this year 3 Richmond players in the top 10.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cash you're flinging for...
Well, they're in those flags and they have to lock up the talent
Yeah.
straight away. When you win a flag...
I get it.
Yeah.
but-
I think I saw on the list as well that there was 5 players in the top 50 that Essendon were playing as well. So they're paying a shitload of cash to just not play finals, which is big. A best and fairest happening around the league. Kicked off with the Suns a few days ago. Sam Collins wins their best and fairest. 2-time Suns best and fairest winner now. Led the AFL in intercept possessions.
Wow.
Did not know that.
No.
Sleepy state of football.
Real sleepy.
It's real sleepy. You know, it's you don't even know they exist sometimes. But he also won the David Swallow Award for most selfless and inspirational player. A little bit strange that this is an award given to a player that's named after a player that's still playing in the team. And then Dave Swallow didn't even finish top 5 in his own award.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
That's like having, the Dan Gorringe Award here.
Yeah, but never not even placing the top 5. That is, if it's an award for selflessness, that is selfless as it comes.
That's true.
That is,
I don't want any.
Don't know if I can't be voted for.
Yeah, don't worry about me, guys.
So that was a bit weird. But second was Bodie Uland.
Okay.
Crazy. I didn't see that coming. He got dropped. He got absolutely tatted up by Waitman early in the year. Gets dropped. Goes back to the VFL. Comes back and just obviously has a great year. Coming second in the BNF. 3rd was Sam Flanders. 4th was Matty Rao. 5th, Noah Anderson. Big Mac, 6th. You know, that's that bonus cash.
Yeah.
Trying to pop off in Thailand. Am I right? Let that 20K hit the account where you're over there in some kind of bar just going nuts.
Well said.
Ping pong. That's what's over there.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Went to one once, experience of a lifetime for the worst. That wasn't great at all. It was a horrible experience.
Yeah. Are we thinking,
Just-
is it traditional ping pong or Dan Gorringe style ping pong?
It's pretty embarrassing when can't even return it back to him. Not good at ping pong. But I thought that Ben King would be placed high up in this thing. 55 goals, got nowhere near it. And then I had the research. Okay, what's Ben King done this year? 55 goals, but what's he doing disposal wise? Averages 8 touches a game.
Yeah, right.
Had 10 once this year, and that was the highest he had.
Oh, Dan, I'm worried about the King boys.
Oh, yeah?
I just am worried. That's not unbelievable, is it?
I mean, 55 goals is good. It's just not touching a lot of footy unless he's kicking goals.
Yeah, well, true.
So not getting high up the ground to get a footy, just staying deep, playing
hanging
matches
out.
50.
Jeez, he'd have a lot of eardrum awareness with the...
Ben's 50, sorry. Yeah, he'd be close to it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's Ben's 50, not leaving the 50 at all. If he's averaging 8 touches a game.
True.
On a lot of money for 8 touches a game. Think about how much money I could have made if he's on that. Paul Marsh is back. CEO of the AFLPA, returned from his 3-month holiday and he's not screwing around to get back into work. Heads will roll mentality here. He's causing some shit. He's driving an investigation into Melbourne to see what happened with the track.
I love that.
That has just been dug up again. So he wants some answers on the length of the time it took to call an ambulance. Why didn't the Demons call an ambulance? Why was he taken to hospital? Then he had to wait for 3 hours before he had surgery. And because he had to wait for so long, he couldn't go under a local anaesthetic or an anaesthetic at all and had to be awake for the surgery. He wants some damn answers.
That's a bad review, isn't it?
Horrible when you put it like that.
Yeah.
So I think the AFLPA feels like we want a fall guy for this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, looking likely to be the Melbourne doctor for not diagnosing the ribs at the start.
Mate,
I think
we'll
the
find someone there.
The spleen's a bit harder. I feel like you can't get a spleen, but I feel like broken ribs is like you touch them and it, that's clearly a broken rib.
If you've got spleen, I'm just trying to think, you'd be bleeding, so there'd be swelling. There'd be ways to tell. There would have to
I
be.
mean, it's very grey. Maybe because athletes still they'll do whatever they want to stay on the field. It's going to be hard to really rule someone out if you can't even diagnose it as a doctor.
That's true.
So if you're going, I'm not sure, umming and ahhing in front of a track who's like, well, get me out there if you're umming and ahhing. If I've got a broken leg and I can see it's going at right angles, I'm still going out there because I've got that mentality.
Yeah.
But other players would be like, okay, well, you can't go back out there.
Yeah.
With a rib, in this situation, it's a bit murky. Bit
see your
murky.
point.
But I think even in the situation, we could all see that it was bad. So I think that's where the AFLPA is coming from. Is like if we could see from stand that the guy who was sitting on the roof could see that track wasn't moving well, and at the time we couldn't believe he went back out there, and then we went back out there, he was moving like a busted ass.
Yep.
I think we all go, okay, well he's clearly not well.
No.
Get him off the field.
And we know nothing. I mean, I just said, well, here's the thing. If you've got a spleen, like what does that even mean? Like,
Some people don't have spleens.
Yeah.
What does a spleen do? Do we know? What does a spleen do? Anyone
Cench.
know in here? Oh no, Kane's on it. Cench, what does a spleen do?
What does the spleen do?
You say your spleen average is 4.4. Anyone know what a spleen does?
No, I do actually. The spleen's a small organ inside your left rib cage, just above the stomach. It's part of the lymphatic system. The spleen stores and filters blood and makes white blood cells to protect you from infection. So pretty crucial,
important.
you'd have to say.
Okay, yeah, very important then.
Yeah, I'm going to say you don't want to rupture one of those.
I know we've been pretty harsh on track in his situation and all the branding stuff and want to get to Melbourne, but now that obviously you sit on it and the dust settles and you look at the situation, the AFL pick it back up again, you go, whoa, could have died.
Yeah.
Like, could have just lost his... Imagine if... Whoa, yeah.
So it's filtering blood, and then if it's ruptured, it's exposed.
So there's his blood pissing out everywhere. And he sat in a hospital waiting room for 3 hours and then went into surgery awake because he'd lost so much blood.
Yeah.
And I guess that messes with the anaesthetic and had to be awake for a surgery.
Yeah, I'd want to go to Carlton too.
Yeah, he should go to Carlton.
Yeah,
we've got a pick 11 and a future first. Fuck him.
Yeah, but I'd want to
Get
leave.
out of there. Paul Marsh isn't done just there. He's told Kane to zip his damn mouth when insinuating that Butters is soft and took himself off the field. Oh, I tell you what. There's a couple of things you don't do in the AFL brotherhood.
Okay.
Okay? Sharing your jocks.
Yep.
And you don't question someone's courage or lead people on to believe that maybe this person is soft and then go public with that opinion.
Sure.
They're the two things that, as a footballer, you just...
That's not
It's
cool.
like a Fight Club rule.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Well, there are
just
no
not
rules in
cool.
Fight Club, actually.
Well, actually, there is, and you've broken it.
There it is. They are. So that's... When he came up with that, even I went, oh... Kano. Actually been on your Kano. Love some of your calls. I think you come out and say it as it is, but I think
Yeah.
this one was the one where majority of the feel and the vibe that's coming out of this was a bit too much. You can't be doing that.
Yep.
Butters, who was also voted the most courageous player 2 times now,
That's true.
take himself off the field? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that.
Give him that pass.
I don't think he did that. So Kane's been told to just take it easy, especially with the track stuff as well, bleeding and almost losing a life. It's the big now for media to just... cool it.
Yeah.
Because he then said Nick Cox also... What did he say about Nick Cox? Remember that? No. He said something about Nick Cox that Nick Cox wasn't built for AFL football because he was
Oh, I do remember that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Make sure you're good before we do anything.
I haven't changed anything.
Okay, good. Ready?
Yep, go.
Massive weekend of football. Before we get into anything, please welcome the OG of social football media, Dylan Humphries. Okay, Cench. Great to have the studio.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's good to be here.
Mate.
It's an honour to be here on Ollie's 30th birthday.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring him any presents or not?
No, I didn't.
No.
I only realised on the way here, I saw his Instagram story and
He
Put a story
panicked.
up.
yeah.
No, I didn't.
A few people wishing him a happy
Oh, did
birthday.
they? Wow, who did?
It's just friends, but like.
Did you repost
Did
them?
you think? Yeah. Did you think that I put a story up?
Well,
Like-
the repost makes me it makes me feel like you want people to know it's your birthday.
Well, I think it's polite. I remember I posted for your birthday and you didn't repost.
I don't repost. You can't do that. You a reposter?
Nah,
No,
not a
no.
reposter.
Okay. Oh,
I've now
Go
you go.
fuck
Nah,
yourself.
you're down the rabbit hole now. Keep reposting. I want to do 50 of you today.
Yeah.
Except to repost
See
them
how
all.
many I don't repost.
Hey mate, welcome. You have had a big year.
Yeah.
Let's tell it. I want to know because you're kind of like Batman. Like there's like two sides to you. There's Deal and then there's Cench.
Yeah.
So I want to know a little bit about Deal. Tell us a bit about yourself, mate. What are you doing? You love your football, obviously.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, and then tell us how you got into Cench footy.
So I'm originally from Sydney, so probably grew up in a rugby league environment. That was like before GWS were involved. So back in the day, like all my mates were rugby. Like I played rugby with them. My dad was a big umpire, so that's how I got into AFL. Every Saturday, go and watch him umpire. And like I remember our local footy team, like it was a struggle every year to get numbers. So I probably didn't have the connections to talk footy with, so I guess that's why I made the account.
Yeah.
I made it in 2013.
At the start as well, when no one was really
that
doing
rush.
it.
Yeah, so like I was probably one of the first footy pages on there.
Yeah, well, you're the OG.
Yeah, like it was called AFL_13.
Oh, until they put that muzzle on us. Am I right?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
AFL_13, AFL_14, and then I went transition to AFL Central.
Yeah.
And then obviously,
Yeah, put that muzzle
They're
on us.
happy
am I
with
right?
that one?
Yeah.
So that's all good?
yeah.
Yeah, good.
Sorry?
They're happy with is that not what happened? Like you were asked to change it? Is that what
Yeah, I was asked
Here
to
we
change
go.
from,
Yeah.
I was asked to change from, well, no, technically I
Here we
wasn't
go.
asked
And
to
we're getting
change.
sued. Here we go. No, talk about it, mate. We're open books here. We don't give a shit.
So I was just going about my day like 3 months ago, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden I get an email from like their legal counsel.
Not an email you want.
No, it's not. Cease and desist letter.
A good email. How are you doing so well? Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, like it was pretty much. We need you to take down every video you've posted this year. Like they didn't have any problem with AFL Central.
No.
But that's when I thought that's when I wanted AFL out of the name.
Yeah.
And few of the blokes at footy started calling me Cench because Central.
Yeah. Love that.
So that's why I changed the name. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed with how the AFL handled all that. I tried sending. I probably sent 5 or 6 emails without a response. So it was a pretty shit time, to be honest. The amount of support I got, like even from like people
were
like
nuts.
you reaching out to me. Every AFL post for like a week was like free Cench.
Yeah, it was crazy. Every
yeah.
comment on every post.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a week later, that's when Isaac Heaney's suspension happened. So
Yeah.
it was like it transitioned to that.
Again.
Yeah,
Crazy. Yeah, I was one of those ones where I think, everyone in this space you just love the game so much. Like, and that's all you want to do. Like, especially you starting in 2013, all you want to do is raise awareness. You want
Yeah.
people to love it as much as you do, and you want to promote it, and you want to put your own spin on it, and which you still do, given that obviously you have some guidelines now, but your stats stuff is crazy. Like, where are you pulling this stuff from? Is stats something you love, or is just like how do you even? I don't even know where to
Yeah,
start.
you can't be
Where do you
aware of all
start?
of these things
Yeah.
you're talking about. It's bizarre.
yeah. I've always loved stats. Like playing like AFL games, playing up. I'm always trying to get Tom Mitchell 50
Yeah.
touches or whoever. I get all my stats from like AFL tables and everyone on Twitter. You would have seen Swampy, Sir Swamp Thing
Oh,
on
it's crazy.
Twitter.
Crazy.
Like there's enough out there. You like, for example, Hawthorn won by 37 points on Friday night
Yeah.
against the Dogs. So instantly my brain thinks, let's look at every time they've won by 37 points at the MCG. And it turned out to be 2013. So then you just put a post up. The last time they
time.
won by 37, they ended up winning the flag. So that's how I think about things. And
Wild.
yeah.
Wow. How much work are we putting in like day to day on this thing? Like hours we talking?
Yeah, hours easily.
And just like scouring around the internet as well to see like what's happening.
Like sometimes you find nothing and you have nothing to post, and you would know that.
Oh,
yeah.
mate, there's some days out there where you just
Yeah.
really bottom of the barrel stuff. Yeah, start making up shit.
Please tell me, look, I trust you with my life, but everything that you post about, for me, in my capabilities of what I can search online, I can't track any of that. So you're not making stuff up, are you?
Nah, I'd never make
It's
anything.
when you go like such and such has got X amount of bounces, and I go, okay,
Yeah.
probably.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should just start making it up. Start making it.
Just see.
Yeah, you should. Actually, we
Big
probably
social
believe it.
experiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we believe it.
no one would ever know.
No,
Love it.
fuck, I'd take it to the absolute bank.
Yeah.
You're a big Swans man,
Yes.
up and about.
Yeah.
Happy?
It was a good win. You
gonna go up there at all?
Nah.
No.
I might go to the prelim.
Yeah.
If we play Hawthorn, I'll go.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Port Adelaide.
No, thanks. No.
Yeah, I'll probably stay here.
Do you reckon you'll just skip them as well, like Guinea says, or not? Oh, sorry, it's Hawks, but yeah. Do you reckon the Hawks just skip them, like
Yeah,
Guinea said?
yeah,
you reckon?
yeah.
So you're gonna get the Hawks then?
Yeah, I'm praying at Sydney Hawthorn. That, like, it reminds me of Sydney Collingwood prelim 2022. Like Guinea was obviously playing in that as well. So
Of course he was. I knew that.
Oh yeah. Because you know that, don't you?
Yeah,
Dan?
yeah.
No,
True. Yeah,
yeah.
that was a blockbuster. That was a big. I actually didn't know. I was at someone's 30th, and we were watching it. And it was just crazy.
Remember the photo of after the game when Guinea and Dacos are crying?
Yeah. How could we forget? What a day.
Yeah.
That was
They
great.
probably should have won that too. They could have got a free kick
Yeah,
in that
true.
last minute.
Yeah, right.
To Goey.
I hope the Swans go deep. So yeah, well, we're obviously jumping on the Hogwarts here.
Yeah.
We're deep in the Hogwarts, but let's do the stuff that matters. Brought to you by Stuff That Matters. Ollie has it in front of him right now. Hunter and the squad going up against the big dogs in the industry, doing some great things. Go into Woolies right now. It's available. It is the bright coloured cans and product. You can't miss it. It's really good. Ollie doesn't wear deodorant at all, and he's converted now to deodorant.
Yeah, and I'm a man now.
Yeah.
Like I'm 30. I'm an adult. It's
Yeah.
time, and this is the perfect place.
It is. They're doing some great things, obviously contributing to mental health, men's mental health as well. So go out there, get some stuff on your body. Stuff that matters for, who wants to kick it off?
I'll go because I
Go.
think mine's
What's your stuff that
mine's
matters?
the weakest. So mine's on. I'm gonna. Look, I was having a little bit of a look around. Boring.
Yeah, this is shit.
Boring.
That's a little Farage. Quite, I like it. Thanks.
Who's Farage?
Do you really not know what that's from?
I saw the meme, mate. Keep going, sorry.
It's.
Who is it?
I was surprised when you had a politician quite up your sleeve from England.
We don't go into politics anymore.
So I was sort of looking originally at Toby Bedford and the Giants there, but I'm turning my attention to, now we're going on the Hogwarts. I've gone 3 things. Guinea's comment. I loved it.
Loved it. Good vibes out of Guinea.
That's the best
Yeah.
thing in the world. Then
Run in his mouth. We love that.
run his mouth. Then on the back of that, the Havelock Hotel posted our video from last episode requesting that he go there for dinner.
Great energy.
Tonight, Thursday night. So
Where is the Habby?
The Habby-
Implication. So say they're staying in the city, hub city. They're probably going to stay at the Crown Metropole or something like that. Casino maybe.
500 meters, 600 meters away.
Oh,
I'd
he's
say.
gonna fuck it up. Yep.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. And in the 30s, we saw the Bay of 9 3/4. Where will the Hawthorn fans be sitting? On the hill. What's behind the hill? Massive cathedral. Cathedral looks like Hogwarts. It's just going to be a beautiful sight. So
Yeah.
I've got 3 little things there that I'm like, I'm big on Hawks.
Yeah. Love that. Okay. Cench, give us your stuff that matters because yours is going to be amazing. Your mine's shit. I want to end with the shit one.
So we'll sandwich it.
We'll sandwich it. We'll sandwich here.
Mine's on Luke Bruce. He's obviously playing his 300th game, which is an incredible achievement. He's going to be the first rookie draft pick to get to 300 games.
Oh, shut up, Brucey. That's huge.
That's pretty amazing.
300 for rookie list.
I think Matty Boyd's second, 292 games, but
Shit.
yeah. So
Yeah.
but not only does he have the opportunity to eliminate Port Adelaide, he also has the opportunity to go past their all-time leading goal kicker in Warren Treadray.
Of course.
That is awesome.
So
So
hang on, Luke Bruce is about to kick more goals than Warren Treadray.
Yeah, so Luke Bruce 548, Warren Treadray 549. Also, the G Train's on 549.
Whoa, that's a lot of goals from Brucey.
That's
Off
way
a
more
rookie
than I
list.
thought.
Is that the best rookie career you've ever seen?
Yeah.
300 games.
yeah.
Oh, I'd have to,
Well,
obviously.
have to be.
Whoa, off a rookie
He's
list.
got like 240 goal assists too. It's incredible.
Ooh, that's great. That's awesome. That's the meat you want in the sandwich.
Okay, let's
Okay.
get to the crust.
My stuff that matters. Do you know what goal is worth 6 points? Everyone knows. Stuff that matters to me this week. I'm looking at Port here again. I'm getting some bad Kennedy about this week. Some real bad Kennedy. I think that the fact they've won 2 finals in the last 10 years, don't like that at all. I don't think that they've got the speed to keep up with the Hawks. And I think that the narrative of their finals failures has seeped through to the playing group, then seeped through to the fans, seeped through to the town of Adelaide. I think even Adelaide know that this thing could be a complete disaster come
Yeah.
Friday night. So that's my stuff that matters. Kennedy and
Love
his
that.
ability to not coach in the finals, the 2 from 10. I don't like what's happening there.
That's great. That's what
big.
you call a Cench sandwich.
Yeah, we love that. That's the stuff that matters. Brought to you by Stuff That Matters. If you want to smell like that DDF podcast, get yourself down to Woolies, get yourself a can of Stuff That Matters. It's absolutely unreal stuff.
Speaking of smelling like stuff, Cench.
Good hands, Cench. Come on, Cench. Good
I'm
test.
nervous.
Great hands. That's the hands of a Port Melbourne footballer.
Yeah. Have a spray of that. Thoughts?
Not bad.
It's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get into the AFL, the big league, let's talk about your league, as we kind of alluded to before. Absolutely canned from the league.
Yeah. So I haven't won a finals game in 9 years.
Great.
So we made the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We won the game by 50 points.
Yeah, big win.
Against Springvale.
And boys have been up about as well.
Yeah,
Pretty happy?
like-
Good times.
Yeah, we went out it was on a Sunday.
Celebrated it.
Yeah, we went out on
As
a
you
Sunday
would.
night and then
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we're all sitting in the car Tuesday, so we get a phone call. It's we've been kicked out. We've been eliminated.
Brought the players down, senior boys.
Yeah, so we had 2 ineligible players. One was because he played 4. We put him down for 4 Resi's games. He obviously played them.
Yeah.
But he also played seniors on the same day. so apparently, if you play, they only count the highest level of footy you play that day. So
That's
As one game.
That's impressive though. If he's
That's
playing
good. Yeah,
2
you
games,
can
he's
reward
not-
him. If anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. I did it once this year. Like it's
Oh, so you guys are done.
yeah
Out.
And the other player was he's a senior player. Got injured, hamstring after hamstring.
Yeah.
So we had him down for Resis, but one of the games he was the runner.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
Come
kind of
on.
bad.
So the other team took a photo and
Yeah.
they,
Love local footy.
Yeah.
they used it against us after we won, not
Yeah.
before we.
That's shit.
It's like the Sign Stealer doco
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Brilliant. And am I right in saying as well that you reported on it? You did the
Yeah, I
I
put
broke the news.
broke the news.
I put originally the thing was Port Colts robbed, but I had to think we probably weren't robbed. We probably did. We might have
Probably
cheated.
just disqualified.
We probably did just cheat a bit.
Yeah, it was bullshit. Like, Jad Martin came and played for the bus. Like, it was really weird. Like,
Well, we had Dane Swan in our seniors. We could have got him down.
yeah, true. Yeah, if you're going to do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have got me down there. Sydney
Yeah,
Gold Square.
I copped a bit of backlash to that. but-
Did ya?
Yeah.
See, everyone's copping back. Everyone's putting muzzles on everyone.
Yeah,
Take the muzzles
soft.
off. Take the muzzles off. Hey, let's get into some football here. As we said, AFL football. Week 2 of finals. Port v Hawks Friday night. Adelaide Oval sold out again. Hawthorn 8.5-point favourites. Could be Ken's last game. This is big. Port laid an absolute egg last week. Getting some rumours out of here. I don't want to kind of reveal the source here, but I've got a little Chinese whisper which I can reveal right now. Watch Nathan Buckley on this space. Rumours are that he's got maybe a loved one or family working in Port Adelaide, bought a house there recently, connecting some dots here.
He bought a house.
Yeah, just watch this space.
You know,
Now, again, allegedly. Okay, I just want to say allegedly, I've heard this. There's some movement on that front.
well, you don't buy a house in Adelaide for fun if you're not going to live there.
Definitely not.
Like,
Because there's shit all to do there. Yeah.
Do you reckon if they win this week and then lose against Sydney, do you reckon he's still gone, Ken?
I honestly reckon he has to win a grand final to
Yeah.
keep his job.
So even if they lose in the grand final, you reckon?
Oh, man, that's different. Oh.
making one's as good as it to an extent, isn't it? Really?
Yeah,
Do you reckon he keep his job if he makes a grand final?
yeah, he should. If he wants it, it's his.
I guess they'd offer it to him. West Coast's coming hard for him.
Yeah.
But it could be his last game if they
Wasn't there
lose.
a report like he doesn't want to go to WA, he only wants to go Victoria?
Is he out? Doesn't want to go there?
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
Wow. So West Coast can't get anyone. Either way, I think Ken's cooked here if they lose this. I think we all know that. They'll get him on the first flight out of there. As a town.
anywhere.
Just
Yeah.
piss him off somewhere. Just get rid of him.
Could either.
A few spies we had at Ports. Matchsim Butters, as we know, moved fine. Non-contact, so might go after him hard. I think if you're a Hawks person, you start throwing. Is there any dogs in the Hawks team who do that?
Yeah, they're all a bit sort of.
Send Connor Nash to him, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, Nash, you're getting the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Butters is going to play. Dixon, Marshall, and Georgiades all in the senior team. Whispers on Dixon that maybe he might be living with Ken as well. And then Asava was also in the senior team, but coming off the bench. So I think what that reads for me is that Port are going to try and stretch this back line out. Without Frost, probably, we're thinking Sarong comes in from twos. Who we know? Sarong?
Yeah.
Haven't seen a lot of him. Has he played this year?
1 or 2 games, I think.
Yeah.
Phillips might be coming in.
Yeah, right.
One or the other.
So they're going to try and win this game in the air. Doggies tried to do it last week with their tour forwards and didn't work at all. So I think the Hawks are legit. I think they're a legit outfit. Going to go into a city, try and steal that city's joy. Jack even plays his best footy when he's stirring the pot, so he'll be ready. Stirring the pot. I love everything about this team. I love everything about them. What are we thinking, boys?
Yeah, they've been to too many places that have been considered too difficult to win at this year and have still gone and done it. So there comes a point where you're like, okay, just because it's a semi-final doesn't mean that the lights are too bright.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So, I think Hawks.
I'm going Port.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Hawthorn. Like, I love everything they've done, but I think this train will stop. And
Really? Coming to an end.
I think Port will know they're playing for their coach as well. So
Yeah.
I'm expecting a response.
True. Oh, I'm still back at Hall. I like what they're doing too much. I was in the bandwagon now, but I just think now Cench going to be thinking differently.
Back yourself.
No, I'm back in the Hawks. But I wouldn't be surprised if Port, and I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't sit there and go, wow, if Port did somehow get themselves up and about for Ken.
Yeah, sure.
And
of
pull
course.
one out of the hat here and just absolutely like clean them out.
Do you remember the game earlier in the year when they were up 30
Yeah,
and then
and came from nowhere
Darcy
to win that.
Byrne-Jones,
yeah, that was crazy. So I think Sam Mitchell is an absolute stud of a coach. He'd be winding them up to the absolute eyeballs to get them going.
Jeez, I just saw the anxiety wash over your face there when Cench said, do you remember the game earlier this year? You went,
Yeah, I was like, oh, now I'm starting.
Can I just pick a game?
Yeah, no, I'm picking. I think it's going to go one way. I think this is how the game will go for me in a perfect world.
Yep.
That everyone gets to the game, never tear us apart.
Yeah.
Siren goes, and then Port.
Yeah. Oh, Dan. No, that's too red.
Just shit.
You had what? You had probably 3 too many veins in your forehead
Yeah.
there.
Just complete poo everywhere. Give me the Hawks. And in the second game, Giants, Brisbane. Giants 4.5 favourites. Can the Lions roll in and knock the Giants off at that? I can't believe having a final here at that shithole stadium. NG Stadium. Lions up by 10 goals last week. Took the foot off the pedal, so I don't know what they are really. Are they legit, or are they a team that keeps getting a bit shaky when they're up or when it comes to crunch time? And the Giants did everything right last week.
Yeah.
Should have won except for a bloke on the other team called Isaac Heaney, who just took them to town. Boys, what are we thinking going into this one?
Yeah, mate.
I'm going the Giants. I think they'll be too good. Wow. Yeah, Brisbane.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, Ollie?
Yeah, I think even at the Gabba, you could probably make an argument for GWS here. You know, like I think in my head, they weren't necessarily losers against Sydney.
Oh,
No.
They should have won.
Should have
Yeah.
won. I think everyone walked away from that game going, no, this team's still legit. Like Sydney got hot
So
at the right
wouldn't
time.
worry about 'em.
Isaac Heaney dragged them over the line, but Giants are still very much that team. Like,
Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah.
They're a good outfit.
And
Coach
Brisbane
well.
massively let you guys back in that game.
Oh, yeah. Gave us, as
So
I said,
they've got holes.
I was there in the flesh when they were up by 10 goals to literally 0 points, and we kicked 2 late in the second, then a first 3 of the third. There were whispers and murmurs going around the stadium like, oh no.
Yeah,
This
here we
is
go.
like- if you're a legit team, like those whispers and those murmurs around the Gabba, as a unit, as a Brisbane unit, they don't happen unless you think you're a really good team. So I think the Giants will come in here and rock up. They always rock up to play. Like you don't watch a Giants game and go, okay, they're just not in this game at all. They might have a bad 15, 20-minute period or a bad first quarter maximum. But apart from that, Kingsley gets them back on track. McCartney wants to bash the fuck out of everyone.
Yeah.
Kingsley's huge. So they're going to be wound up. I think Toby Green's ready to explode. He's been a bit quiet.
Yeah,
been too nice for me.
Rampy held him to nothing on the weekend. So
Has been way too, like he's caged up.
Yeah.
I want to see him just explode. Get a bit nasty. So I'm going to go the Giants, and I think it'll be convincing. I think the line of 4.5 get covered easily here.
Okay.
Giants. So we'll go on Giants.
Yeah, love that.
In a landslide. Hey, guys. All right, it's time for our sports bet multi of the week on the feed.
I'm going to stop you there
Okay.
because my feed's on fire.
Run us through it.
My feed's on fire.
No.
Uh,
Boring.
Don't barrage me. Week off from the Premier League because of internationals. So
Duh.
it was.
I knew that.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I didn't need to remind you. Just for people out there that
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
So I turned my attention to week 1 NFL, and
Yeah.
that's found my calling. Did very well.
What are we talking?
I think it was 4 out of my 5
Okay.
I landed. So
Have you bets?
Yeah.
On the feed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm cooking.
Wow.
Just needed a bit of a confidence booster, and now I'm back in a
A bit of value in those, or not? You're just going for any time?
No. So like 3 or 4 leg same game multis.
Great. That's big.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so follow you for NFL stuff.
And
That's what we're
Premier
talking.
League, but definitely the NFL at the moment.
All right.
I'm
No, I
cooking.
will as well. I might follow you.
Yeah. Do you not?
No, I don't. But time for the DDF multi
Sure.
on the feed, on Sportsbet's feed. Jump on if you haven't. It's all here on the feed. We're swinging for fences again.
Okay.
I hear
Shock horror.
voices in my head. Do you know that meme? No. This week, 2 games, obviously. So we've got a
Yep.
multi. Combine both the games together.
Like it.
Port Hawks, we have Hawthorn to cover the line, which is 8.5, with Nick Watson, the whiz, to kick 2 goals, and Georgiades for Port to kick 1. Just an anytime goal scorer. Then we move to the Giants v Brisbane. We've got Lockie Neal to have 20 or more, the Giants to win, and Toby Green to fire up and have 2 or more goals.
Love that.
That's on the feed. Jump on Sportsbet's feed. Follow Ollie for NFL stuff and EPL. Follow me for AFL stuff. There'll be more there across the week, and I'm sure maybe I'll dabble in some NFL.
Sure, why not?
I'm thinking about it.
Really?
I had one yesterday and CMC out. That voided. But apart from that, I'll be on this week.
Okay, I love that.
All right, all on Sportsbet's feed. Jump on right now.
And there's plenty happening as well with Sportsbet, of course, because
There is. Sorry, lead me into it.
hit me.
Yeah,
Hit me with the program.
new AFL quiz show is on YouTube. Sportsbet's
AFFL.
YouTube. Yes. On Sportsbet's YouTube. Go there. We go and find the biggest, or try and find the biggest AFL sports nuffy fan in the league. So it's very, very entertaining. Every team is represented. It's on Sportsbet's YouTube, as I just said.
Yep.
Yourself.
Yeah, who's representing St
You're
Kilda?
represented. Yeah, so go see Ollie on there. I think he bows out pretty early, which is fun. So all on Sportsbet's YouTube. Go check that out. Subscribe to that channel, and it's all there, as well as jumping on the feed as well. What a week of football coming up, Cench. Thank you for coming on, mate. Appreciate
Thank
your
you,
work.
mate.
Keep being
Pleasure.
great. Ollie, enjoy your weekend festivities, I assume.
Thank you. Yep, not sure what we've got planned, but I think there are a few secret squirrel things in the works.
Yeah.
So see what happens.
Did you throw any Harry Potter shit in this episode or
I
not?
didn't. No, well, I thought this does the heavy lifting.
Fair enough. Great.
You know.
Great. I like that, mate. Hey, well, enjoy your weekend, everyone. Get ready to strap yourself in some finals. We'll see you on Monday.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.